So, JC3 here, the baller of YouTube. If you clicked on this video to learn how to get more MT for auction pickups and pack openings in NBA 2K16 MyTeam, you came to the right place. This is the best way to make MT fast. NBA 2K16 tutorial. Remember to subscribe and thumbs up. Share this with your friends. Step-by-step process, making it easy for you here at Squad JC3. Step 1, you want to go to your My Career, create a new player if you don't want to use your main player for this because you probably won't want to. Step number 2. So it doesn't really matter how you create your player. I usually just do a point guard, 6'1". Again, this does not matter. This is just showing you, the beginning steps. Fairview Tornadoes. Step number 3. You're gonna want to skip all of your cutscenes, and this is the first cutscene that you can skip. Living a Dream by Spike Lee. This is where you can skip it, so you're going to press A on the Xbox One, X on the PS4, and just scroll down and skip your cutscenes. Step number 4, you're in the menus before your first high school game. Go ahead and change those gameplay settings to Hall of Fame, 12-minute quarters, just because you'll be getting a little extra VC along the way here too. This is definitely an added bonus with this being an MT tutorial. Step number 5. What you're going to do to just advance quickly through your high school and college games, you're just going to foul out. Hold X or hold square, just hold it down, and you're just going to foul out of all of your games. That's what you're going to do. You're just going to foul out. So the only part where this will take a little bit longer is you'll be picked later in the draft, but you'll avoid playing all of those games and wasting that time, really, because that's not the purpose of this MT making method. Step number 6, you're in your rookie season, you're just going to sim to the end of the game. If you want to foul out for VC, that's fine, but I just sim to the end. Now, this is pivotal for step number 7. In the off season, you're going to want to go to a team that is bad. I know it's weird, but you're going to want to go to a team that's bad, that's not going to make the playoffs, because for this method, you don't want to make the playoffs. So here we go. Looking at the teams right here, Minnesota tends to be a pretty bad team here, so I'm just going to go there. 1-year contract. Step number 8. This is where you start making MT. You're in your second season. Alright, so you're going to go to connections. Usually have an off day before your first game of the season. This is where it gets real. You're going to pick guys that are going to get you fans and My Team cards. Fans are going to unlock players like John Wall, upcoming, and then you can start off with Klay Thompson. You're going to want to take that connection off after you make it because you're going to be simming until the last day of the All-Star weekend, All-Star break. Because you have 4 off days and you play no games. It's just a sim that doesn't take that long. Plus you get a little VC along the way. So you got 4 days of All-Star break. You're going to start making your connections. So let's see, we get Klay right here. We're going to make a connection with him. We're going to make a connection with a lot of other people too, because going into our next seasons, upcoming seasons, we're going to finish those connections. So we're going to pick, again, players with My Team cards and players with fans, so you can unlock better players along in this connection process here that's going to give you My Team cards like a John Wall. So when you're done with those connections, you're going to take them all off so they don't get mad after the sim and you can't do their connections. It's just how it works. Then after that, you're going to sim to the last game of the season. This is important and key that you do this because you want to pick a team that you're going to sign with in the next year that is not going to make the playoffs. A bad team. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into your main menu, stats and standings, conference standing. So I'm going to pick a team that is not going to make the playoffs. Why do I keep saying this? Is because you can't simulate your playoffs. You have to actually enter into the game and then sim out of the game. And it takes longer. And that's not the purpose of this MT making method. So what you want to do is you want to pick a team, a couple of teams that you could go to in the off season. You're going to sim to the playoffs right here. Press A or X to skip all of those menus, and then now you're into free agency. Now it's important that you pick a team that's not going to make a playoffs and a team that's not going to give you a 2-year deal, because you could be locked into a 2-year deal and you can't trade out of it because you actually haven't played games and the game won't let you trade out of it. So all of these teams here, except for Brooklyn, I looked at Dallas. They were the worst in the Western Conference on my conference standings, but they're offering me a 2-year deal, and if they make the playoffs in one of those years, you never know if the team could get better in one of those years, so I'm not going to risk that. Brooklyn was also bad, and they're only giving me a 1-year contract. So if they make the playoffs, say they get good, 2K makes them good with a high draft pick, high generated rookie draft pick, I can only play 1 year of the playoffs with that team simming games, and then I could get out of it. So that's what you want to do, and then you're just going to do this. Bam. I'm in my next season. Before my first game, I just got Klay Thompson MyTeam card. What's great about this, I haven't played 1 minute. I have not even entered into a game. All I'm doing is simming. This is by far the fastest way to do this, to get MT. And I'm going to prove it to you also. So I'm picking some new connections right here, and I'm just going to pick people with fans, with MyTeam cards. And you see here, I'm just going to advance. I'm just going to be doing these connections in those 4 off days after the All-Star break. And that's it. Get a little extra VC along the way too. And if you just think this is bogus, you don't believe me, well, let me show you something. You just go to your MyTeam rewards, bam, there they are right there. And you can just do this for every player with a MyTeam card on that list, get fans, and get better cards. Now I'm looking up Klay Thompson for 7.5k. Keep in mind, I played no gameplay. I got Klay Thompson, and he's going for more than 7.5k. People, look at the 46k MT I got in the upper right there. None of that was bought. Okay, that was all earned. I also got some free right here. I'm going to post Klay Thompson. You can do whatever you want with these cards. You can keep them if you want to. Look at that Amethyst James Harden. Look at that Amethyst Chris Paul. I bought that with MT doing this method. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Share this method. This is the best method on YouTube to get MT fast. This is no fake MT. You can open up packs, buy players off the auction block. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to subscribe, thumbs up, JC3 out. So, bold, JC3 here, the Bowler of YouTube. So we recently just did pick up this Elgato Game Capture HD60, and I tell you what, if we get at least 30 likes and 500 views on this video, I might do a giveaway.